So you're thinking about making a move to Rancho Santa Fe, California. Well, hopefully you're bringing a pretty big checkbook because Rancho Santa Fe is hands down one of the most affluent and exclusive neighborhoods in all of California and probably a top contender in the entire nation. And that's exactly what I want to do for you guys in this video, is give you guys a much more realistic idea of what you can expect if you're living here in Rancho Santa Fe. I'm going to go through a couple different neighborhoods and show you a couple different homes just to give you a more realistic idea on what your budget can effectively do here. And I'm also going to take you around this historic downtown area here in Rancho Santa Fe and give you a little bit of a feel for that. So let's go ahead and get after it now. Welcome back. If this is your first time here and you'd like to know more about San Diego real estate and life here in San Diego, make sure you tap that subscribe button below. My name is Nick and you guys are reaching out all the time and we absolutely love helping you out. So if you're thinking about making a move here in a week, a month, a year, make sure you shoot us a text, shoot us an email, or just straight up give us a call so we can help you save a lot of time and just help you make a smooth move to, I guess, Rancho Santa Fe if you're watching this video. Now, hands down, gorgeous day here in Rancho Santa Fe is going to be, I don't know about you, but one of my favorite places to drive around, show houses, visit, whatever. It's just such a tranquil and peaceful place. And you know right when you drive in because you just start hitting those windy roads, you start seeing a couple golf courses, and you start seeing some really, really gorgeous jaw-dropping homes. That's kind of what Rancho Santa Fe is all about. And I'm actually, well, right now, I'm at the inn at Rancho Santa Fe. I'm right in the front right now. And then behind me, we actually have the village of Rancho Santa Fe. So we're in the Covenant, and this is like the heart of Rancho Santa Fe. It's a historic zone, very beautiful back here, quiet. And every Saturday right here, they actually have something called Cars and Coffee here in Rancho Santa Fe, where you'll see a ton of gorgeous cars, everything from vintage to even, I've seen Teslas here that are totally tricked out and they have their hoods popped and all that stuff. So it's really interesting and a really cool place to kind of check out and maybe network and just meet some people. But the thing is, you don't even need to go to Cars and Coffee to see some really amazing cars here. There's obviously a ton of wealth here, and that kind of leads me to prices here in Rancho Santa Fe. I mean, you have so many different little zones of Rancho Santa Fe. You have the Covenant, you have Fairbanks Ranch, you have Cielo, which I'm going to take you guys into, the Crosbys. You have so many different neighborhoods, and the price points really in here. You're not going to find a single family home for under $2.5 million. And if you do, you better bring a pretty hefty renovation budget because it's going to cost you some money just to make it probably not livable, but just to update it and bring in your final touches. Now, you can start to find some good options right at about $3 million, and you will find condo options and townhome options less than $2 million, or I should say around $2 million. So you will have options depending on what you're looking for. But for the most part, here in Rancho Santa Fe, there's a listing right now for $98 million. Now, it's not pending, hasn't sold, but it does have, I think it has like 6 or 7 different parcels, and it does have, it's a horse property and all that stuff. So you're going to have a ton of different variety, and I can't wait to show you some of these houses that I get to show you today and just kind of cruise around and show you what these areas look like. Now, as I mentioned, this is a heart right here, and it gets pretty busy over here on the weekends, even on Friday. But behind me, you have a place called Time in the Ranch Cafe, which you really need to check out. It's kind of like a local hangout for coffee, and they have some really good scones. So if you're a bakery freak like me, make sure you go there, get a muffin, get a scone, and get a coffee, which I probably need pretty soon here. Maybe I'll wait a little bit. But this is kind of going to be that downtown feel over here. You're going to have, most properties are kind of spread out from areas where you can do shopping and all that stuff. So you're always going to be about 10, maybe 15 minutes away from shopping. So you're going to have some accessibility, but depending on what your style is, you are going to really have to figure out these neighborhoods, which leads me to say, check out my map tour of Rancho Santa Fe, because it's going to break down these neighborhoods and show you just some things to do and things you're really going to want to know about. But enough talking. Let's go check out our first neighborhood, and I'm going to get you into a gated community with it has a gate guard in the front. So you're going to have a lot of different properties like that here, or I should say communities throughout Rancho Santa Fe. So let me show you the first one and let's go check it out. So we just took a drive to the eastern side of Rancho Santa Fe, and this time we're in an area called Cielo. So this is going to be really close to Lake Hodges and Escondido. That's probably, if you leave here to go do your shopping, you're probably going to go into Escondido. That's just going to make more sense accessibility wise. But this community is insane. I mean, you can see some of these homes behind me, and the views here, these are going to be the best views you can get in all of Rancho Santa Fe, hands down, because we are on a peak, and these hills, these houses just really just keep climbing and climbing and climbing, which, you know, it could be kind of a con if you live in here, because it takes a while to get home. And once you even pass the gate, it took me about 7 minutes just to get to where I'm at, and we're really high up at this point where I'm at now. But besides that, if you can live with that, this is going to be a very, very awesome community that you can look into, and you can see that the aesthetics of these homes, very Mediterranean feel in here as well. There is an HOA here in the Cielo, and it's about $670 a month, and it includes a clubhouse. You got pickleball, you got a really nice pool. I think it's Olympic sized, parks, and a manned gate guard, which is really hard to get into unless you know somebody in here. So really cool community. And if you are looking for a community that's really, really private like this, where you do have a manned gate guard and clubhouse and just kind of everything you need to just have a shelter in place kind of neighborhood, Cielo is going to be one, Fairbanks Ranch is going to be another one, and the Crosbys are going to be a couple that you should really look into. Now we're walking up to this house now. It's actually going to be this guy right behind me on that far back one right there. And this one's going to be a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, just shy of 4,000 square feet, and the asking price is $3 million. So it puts the price per square foot pretty low. It's below 1,000. I'll have it pop up here, but that's really low for areas like this in Rancho Santa Fe, because you're just not going to find it very often. Now, there is homes in Cielo that go well above 5-6 million. Absolutely gorgeous. That one has some really good views. You can see it was very contemporary, built in 2018. So newer homes in Cielo, and yeah, these views are just the best part about it. I mean, you really don't have to leave your house unless you're going to get groceries, but nowadays there's Instacart, there's DoorDash, so sometimes you don't even need to leave your house. And a lot of these homes are going to have infinity pools kind of hanging off the edge of the house, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So keep Cielo on your list, but let's drive around this neighborhood and then let's go to the next house. So we just left that gated community over there on the eastern side of Rancho Santa Fe, and this time we are in the very well-known and the historic area called the Covenant. So large area, and it's located actually on the west side of Rancho Santa Fe, and this is where the village of Rancho Santa Fe that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video is. So you're going to have a lot of different types of architecture here. You're going to have some really big acreage. You're going to have a lot of land and a lot of windy roads, like you can see. So it's very, very peaceful back here. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's a lot of, if you're quiet, you can hear birds almost nonstop. So very peaceful, very tranquil. And the best part about this place is the architecture. You have so many different types of homes throughout Rancho Santa Fe. You know, in the gated communities, they're going to be a little bit more stringent on what the homes look like. They're going to usually be one certain style. Here in the Covenant, there is every type of style you can think of, and that's the beauty of this place. You're not going to have gated communities, but what you'll see a lot of the time, some on this road actually, but this one we're going to look at right now doesn't have a private gate leading into the driveway, but a lot of homes are going to have a private gate going down that driveway. So there is still a lot of exclusivity here, and I want to share something about the mail just in case you don't know here in a second, but let me show you this guy, because this one is absolutely gorgeous, and this one's going to be a 4-bedroom, 4-bath at about 2,700 square feet, and the asking price is about $3.5 million. So it puts the price per square foot right at about 1,300 square foot, which is very common. You're going to see over 1,000 a square foot depending on the home. There's another gorgeous home. That one actually has some really, really cool views off the back. But that's just some stuff you can really kind of picture yourself when you're looking at homes over here in Rancho Santa Fe, because they're going to come in all different shapes and sizes. Like I said, you will have a ton of older homes because, once again, this is a historic zone. I know this one we just looked at, this was actually built in 1950, but they totally reconstructed it. And you can see by those photos that it's completely turnkey, and they renovated it, and it's actually considered a 2018 build now because they took it down to the studs. So one thing is, if you're looking for a, well, let's say your budget can't acquire, we'll put it that way, can't acquire something at one of these higher prices and you want to buy something that's in need of updating, you're going to have a lot of choices here. Just know that it's going to be a very long process, because once you have to go through the HOA, there's an HOA in the covenant, you'll have to go through their architecture committee, and they'll have to actually approve your plans depending on what you want to do. So keep in mind to bring, have some money, some cash on reserve, just so you can take care of those renovations, but expect a pretty big wait time here when you're going to do some of those renovations. But man, look at this place. Very quiet, very tranquil, and you're going to have some acreage out here too. I know that one's on about over 3 acres, but these homes out here are absolutely gorgeous. Now, let me go ahead and drive you around this neighborhood, and then we'll go check out this last house. Now, we just took a quick drive, and we're actually still located in the Covenant. This time we're a little bit more west, and that's kind of the beauty of the Covenant too, is because you're not too tucked away and far from civilization. Even right here, I just did a little Google search, and just to get to the closest beach over there in Encinitas, it's only about 5 miles. So we could actually have a very solid beach day right now in about 20 minutes. Man, sounds very tempting, especially on a day like this, but I will keep filming for you guys. And I want to show you too, because part of this beauty over here is, this one's got some really gorgeous views off the back, but the Covenant, you have so many different types of trails. And I want to show you guys too right here, because there's a little trailhead marker, and it kind of shows you can go ahead and hike down here. You can go ahead and take your horse. You can't bike, unfortunately, but you're going to have just a plethora of different trails all throughout Rancho Santa Fe. So hopefully you like the outdoors, because you got to utilize them even on days like this. It's a beautiful day out, not a cloud in the sky. And one other thing I want to touch on before I show you this house is the public schools here in Rancho Santa Fe. They are some of the most highly ranked schools in not just San Diego, but according to niche.com, it's actually rated #1 for the best public schools in all of California. So that is saying a lot right there. If you have a family or kids, this is going to be a awesome location to kind of raise a family and create some really awesome memories. Some of these houses are insane. They're gorgeous estates throughout, and it's actually going to be this house behind me right here. This one's going to be a 5-bedroom, 4-bath at about 4,500 square feet. So they're asking about 4.4 million. So it puts the price per square foot right below 1,000 a square foot, for not too bad too, considering those pictures. Very resort style living in that one. It's got a farmhouse look to it. It's very light and bright. Love those finishes, and I love the backyard because it has some very epic views, as you can see. And La Jolla is a place, or not La Jolla, sorry, La Jolla is a place if you want views and a higher budget. Check out La Jolla, because you're going to have ocean views. But here in Rancho Santa Fe, you don't get many homes that have awesome views. Now, you can see some of these behind me are going to have some, and even this house right behind me right there is absolutely gorgeous Mediterranean style home. So many different types. And I know today I showed you guys two stories and one single story. Now, you're going to have a ton of single story throughout Rancho Santa Fe. I wasn't able to show you that many today, and it's been really hard to film a vlog style video like this for you guys here in Rancho Santa Fe, because it's just so darn exclusive. So many private homes, hidden, tucked away, long driveways, or they're just gated. So it's pretty cool how I got you guys into Cielo to show you that house and that community. But overall, this is kind of what I could formulate for you guys. You can even see back over there, those people have a private tennis court. So you're gonna have homes like that. This is not a bad place. If you're stuck quarantining here in about a year ago for a year, this was going to be the place to do it, because all these homes have sports courts, they have pickleball, they have pools, they have all that stuff, and they have trails just right in their backyard. So this is an awesome community, and no matter what your budget is here in Rancho Santa Fe or anywhere in San Diego, feel free to reach out. We're happy to help you, guide you into that right neighborhood, and help you get that offer accepted on whatever home we finally find for you. So feel free to reach out. Info is in the description below, and I will see you guys